it talks about the struggle of what may happen if you're not always with the person in a relationship. Welcome back to another bookish review. Now today we are going to be talking about the final books of the Say I Love You manga, books 13 through 17. I don't have the last one and I don't know when I'm going to get it, so that's kind of up in the air right now. I might just watch the anime and finish it off that way if I can't get my hands on the book. With those of you that don't want spoilers probably gone by now, let's get into this. Now, throughout the book, we see Yamato and Mi's journey as a couple, and not only going through high school, but learning to come out of their shells, and then in these few books, we see them dealing with what they want to do as a career, and where they want to go to college, and do they want to get a job straight out of college, or what they want to do with their lives now that they are no longer in high school. And Yamato settles on photography, whereas Mi decides she wants to work with preschool-aged kids and be a teacher. So obviously they have to go their separate ways to be able to go to college in the respective fields that they want to go into. And we see this kind of become a challenge for them because they have to learn that growing up, sometimes being apart, and they have to deal with their relationship still trying to have one while being apart. And like always, there are struggles. Mi finds out Yamato was out with another girl and she gets worried that because she's not there, he won't feel the same way for her. So it just becomes like a challenge of having to deal with their relationship now that they can't see each other every day like they did in high school. And on top of Yamato and Mi learning to deal with the separation that their different fields have put them in, we also see Meg struggling with her modeling career and no longer being able to get work for some reason. And she is struggling to deal with the fact that she was once this big sought-after model, and now she's struggling to get work, and it's kind of about them going into adulthood. Like, will they be together after this? And will Meg once again become a big model, or will she settle on a different career? This story is very much grounded in reality, and if you're not someone that likes reality-based stories, then this manga probably isn't for you, because it is very much like a slice of life, sort of feels like a true story kind of read. It's just one where you either relate to it or you don't, which I feel like a lot of people can relate to this series because we've all been to that point in our life where we've been in high school for 4 years and we think we have everything figured out, or we think we know it all, and then we graduate high school and we step into adulthood and we're like, what the hell are we doing? Like, what is happening? What am I doing? What do I want to do with my life? What career do I want to go into? Is this career going to keep me stable? Is it going to stay stable? Am I going to go and want to stay with this career forever, or is that going to change? Am I going to change and like grow away from like the people I loved and the friends that I grew up with? Sometimes you do grow apart from the people you knew in school. There are cases with me and a friend of mine where we stopped talking for about 3 years, and she ended up getting a hold of me and we're back to talking like we never stopped being friends. Sometimes that happens, and sometimes there are people that come in your life for a point in time, and then once that point in time in your life is done, they leave and they stay gone. Some people are just meant to be in your life and some are not. That's what it's about. It's a relatable read. It doesn't sugarcoat the struggles that the characters go through. It talks about the misunderstandings that can be brought up in a relationship when you're not always around the person you're in a relationship with. Like someone that's a mutual friend finding out that you went on this shopping trip with a girl and telling your girlfriend, even though it meant nothing and it was just a photography club member helping out another member, it got to me and she was worried. And it talks about the struggle of what may happen if you're not always with the person in a relationship. Which, if you're attached to each other at the hip 24/7 in a relationship, that's not healthy either. That's called codependency. It's not good to be attached at the hip 24/7 either, but it's also not good to be apart all the time, because then you'll slowly see yourself drifting apart from the people you care about. There's a balance there, and they're learning to find that balance of, okay, when do I focus on my career and when do I focus on my loved one? That's very much what this is about. And I loved watching their journey through these 17 books. It felt real. It felt grounded. It felt like the characters were living, breathing people and you were reading a true story, which sometimes that's what you want. But yes, this was a great story. It was an enjoyable read. I liked it. So it was nice. Now I think I'm going to finally finish Spiritbound, the 5th book in the Vampire Academy series. I am nearly done with like 150 pages left. I'm going to try to finish this series, and then I think I'm going to go into the Siege and Bone story. So I'm excited to finally finish this. I think I've had enough of a break from these characters, so let's finish this series and move on.